Bitcoin's testing $48,000 for the second time this week. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the short time frame context as well as how strong that current trend is. And we're going to talk about what we need to see for a sustained break above $48,000 and the potential for an early bull run. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jess, and as the channel name suggests, it's all about crypto, trading, and technical analysis. So if you're all about that or you'd love to learn, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So diving right into the short time frame price action of Bitcoin, this is a 12-hour chart here. You can see that we're having our second retest of this $48,000 level since the 9th of February. So it's only been 2 days and we're already having that second retest. You can also see that on a 12-hour chart and a daily chart, we've had a candle close above this level of huge resistance at $47,000. So that is actually really bullish for Bitcoin, because the last time we retested that $48,000 level in January, we actually even struggled to have a 4-hour close above this $47,000 level. So everything above it was just a deviation or just buy-side liquidity grabs. And then we crashed below this $47,000 level, we closed below it. And we also go below $46,000, which is the bottom of this range of macro resistance, $46,000 and $48,000. So that range there. So we go below 47, we go below 46. So here, the fact that we've managed to close above $47,000 is a really good sign. You can also see that on a 4-hour chart, we're kind of using 47 now as a base of support to continue retesting $48,000. Once you break above resistance, naturally becomes support, and that's exactly what's happened here. As I'm speaking, we're literally having another retest of $48,000 here. So let's quickly talk about what we need to see for a sustained break above that $48,000 and the potential for that early bull run. Hey guys, I'm just really quickly interrupting this video to tell you that my VIP channel has officially launched. To celebrate the launch of the channel, I'm offering 25 to 40% off all membership options until 10 a.m. on the 12th of February. VIP is a Telegram-based channel that gives you exclusive access to my personal trades, at least 3 of them a week, with exact entry points, stop losses and targets, detailed trade justifications and risk returns, and a complimentary risk management and trading journal. In the last 3 months, I took 70 trades in total with a win rate of 74% and a profit to loss ratio of 6.8 to 1. You can find all the results of my last 3 months of trading on my website, justdoescrypto.com, including profits and losses, and contact me down below using the link in my description or by pressing this button on my website. Thanks guys, let's get back to the video. So the very first thing I would be looking for to signal that we're going to have a sustained move above $48,000 is a candle close above 48K on the weekly chart. So let's just really quickly define what I mean by a sustained move above. So if we have a look at what we saw in January, right? Very clearly not a sustained move. We had a candle wick above and then we closed below $48,000. So a sustained move would be created by a move above $48,000 to the next level of resistance, because that signals that we were able to flip this level at $46,000 to $48,000 from a level of resistance to a level of support. So once we're able to make that flip, that should be able to take us to $52,000. If we have a look historically at the previous times we've had a weekly candle close above 48K, number one, we have the candle close above $48,000 on a weekly chart. We go back below to test $46,000 to $48,000 as a level of support, and then we move to $52,000. Same thing over here. We have a candle close above $48,000. We get a test of $46,000 as a base of support, and then we move to $50,000 to $52,000, and that is this next level here. So in 20 hours, if we have that weekly candle close above $48,000, we should expect a test of support if we see one to $46,000 to $48,000. And if we find support above that level, so we close above that level, then we should get a sustained move above to $52,000. And whether or not we go above that, let's talk about that on a monthly chart. If we take a look at the monthly chart on Bitcoin, the first thing you can see is just how important this 48K level is. We've only had a monthly candle close above 48K twice, and both times that move above 48 results in such an explosive upwards action that we end up closing between $58,000 to $61,000 within that same candle, so within that same month. So you can see that's happened here and here. So we had a candle close above 48 and we had a close at 58K. And over here, we had another candle close at 48 and we had a close at $61,000. So the reason why 48K is such an important trigger point can be explained by a BLX chart. So every cycle within the bear market, we create a dead cat bounce level. And that level here, drawn by the black line, goes on to become such a strong level of resistance that a monthly candle close above it is what triggers a bull run. So within that bull run, we go on to test our all-time high and create a new one. So generally when you think about, a bull run, the first thing you think about is the halving event, right? Because it's that increased scarcity that drives the price upwards to break through such a strong level of resistance and then go on to have that explosive upwards price movement. But what we're seeing here is that we might potentially be closing a monthly candle above $48,000, so a bull run trigger point, 60 days before the bull run even happens. So what I'm basically saying is that we might even get an early bull run if we manage that candle close. So now we're starting to get a little bit of a hierarchy of what we need to see. So very first thing is weekly chart. In 18 hours, we need a candle close above $48,000. After that, we might see a little bit of red just to test $46,000 to $48,000 first as a base of support. And then after that, we should go on to test $52,000. Next, on a monthly chart, in 18 days, if we get a monthly candle close above $48,000, then that should go on to trigger a potential early bull run. In that bull run, the very first test will be that all-time high at $69,000 and then potentially higher. Extending from that just a little bit, if we do have that monthly candle close above $48,000 within this chart, within this month, right? What we can also expect is potentially an early all-time high. So usually we have an all-time high 518 days after the halving event, right? I think it would be a little bit optimistic to kind of expect that, okay, we have an early bull run and then we're just going to get an extra 2 months of explosive price action. Obviously, that would be great to see, but I don't think it's as safe as assuming that we might get an early all-time high as opposed to an extra 2 months of explosive price action. So what we can expect instead is that instead of having our all-time high reached in September 2025, we might get it 2 months early and see an all-time high in July of 2025. So really quickly, let's go on to talk about the likelihood of all of this happening. So when we talk about the likelihood of all of those events happening, obviously the catalyst for it is that weekly candle close above $48,000. If we don't manage that in the next 18 hours, then it would, I guess, trigger an entirely different set of events. Very first thing we would retest would be $47,000 as that base of support, that short time frame support that we're currently traveling within. If we lose that level, like I previously said, if we lose 47, then we lose 46. So we will most likely go on to test this next level of short time frame support, and that is between 44,800 and 44,200. So to see whether or not we're going to have that candle close above 48K, let's zoom in a little bit into this daily chart and have a look at the strength of the trend. The very first thing you can see is on Tuesday, we broke through a massive RSI downtrend. So upon that break, we had a 14% move to the upside. But if you zoom out just a little bit more, you can see that that downtrend actually started all the way back in December, right? We just had a steeper and more intense one start to develop in October. And upon that second peak in October of that bearish divergence, we finally had the correction. So the big question after that correction was, when was it over? When were we finally going to see a momentum flip back to the upside and develop a new strong trend line? So we finally did that on the shorter time frame. We broke through this downtrend that we were in from December, the smaller one, and we had a 15% move to the top side. But if you zoom out a little bit and look at the one we've been forming since December, what we can see is actually very, very bullish. Not only did we break through the shorter time frame one, but that strength that we continued to gain through that movement has taken us above this even bigger downtrend. So this downtrend was 3 months long. And if we go back a little bit more and have a look at the last time we broke through a similar downtrend in the RSI, you can see that we had a 35 or 40% move all the way to the top side. So it's obviously very, very bullish price behavior. The fact that we've continued that move on this bigger RSI downtrend suggests that we're going to continue upwards. And if we continue doing that for the next 18 hours and we close above $48,000, we're looking very, very golden for that weekly candle close. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the video there for today. Definitely lots of exciting price action happening over the next couple of weeks, and two main things to look out for. So we've got the weekly candle close, that's in 18 hours, and then we have the monthly candle close in 18 days. There will be a lot of hype, I think, after that weekly candle close above $48,000, especially as we go on to test $52,000. But just keep in mind that it is the monthly candle close that will trigger that major bull run move to 60 and above. So it's very possible that, you know, as strong as we are looking on that daily chart, as amazing as that looks, and as likely as it looks for us to be, you know, holding that 48k level on a weekly chart and testing 52, within that month we might fall back below 48k, and that would mean that we're not going to have all that, you know, extensive bullish action to 60 and above. So just pay attention to the charts and don't listen to all hype, and you should be all good. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel down below. And if you want to see more of my content, I have a free Telegram channel where you can sign up for daily Bitcoin updates as well as crypto and economic news. If you're a trader and you want 15% off your trading fees, sign up down below to Bitget and BingX. They are two of the world's top 10 exchanges. Bitget is available to everyone outside of the US and Singapore, and BingX is available non-KYC and worldwide. That's everything from me, guys, so I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye!